Last month, Amazon froze over 2,000 seller accounts. The average freeze locks your funds for up to 90 days. Most of those sellers won't survive. Won't survive. Why? Because Amazon is restating them probably, but if for 90 days you don't have your cash flow, you can die. And so this is why suspensions are a problem for you. And in this video, I will show you exactly why it is happening, why suspensions are up 30% this year, what's actually triggering them, and the one thing Amazon sellers should do if they are selling over 250K per year minimum. You need to do it right now to make sure that if this happens to you, you cannot predict it because Amazon is unpredictable for suspensions, you are protected and you can survive. So why Amazon suspended 30% more sellers in 2026 and how to survive? So these are some numbers. So there is a high risk that this happens and it's very unpredictable. Is an unfair game because it doesn't happen to you for years and years and years, but when it happens, is hurting you really bad. So suspensions are up 30% year over year. Why? Because Amazon is protecting itself, and the clients more and more. And this on the average is the timeline where funds get stuck is 90 days. So it's on average. Some people get stuck for less, some people get stuck for more. And I heard of big Amazon stores needing to fire their team or get loans to survive or go bankrupt for this problem. It's a very big issue, especially if you don't prepare, as I explained to you later, because you have this timeline that is the timeline of the suspension. You have also the Amazon storage that is costing you money and it's costing you capital that is stuck in inventory in Amazon. The cost of goods is a big issue from this point of view, and then all the operations. So, because if you're bigger, of course, you have this problem that you have fixed costs on or monthly costs that you cannot stop, you cannot pause. You have your team, that your team has families, so it's a big issue. No, disbursement can't really hurt your cash flow, but your expenses continue, right? What is triggering the suspensions in 2026? So there is 5 main suspensions triggers. I like you here 5. So there is the performance metrics or the default rate, less shipments, cancellations. It's something that, for example, if you have a big spike of sales, you have a seasonal product, and you have a problem with your manufacturing systems, your manufacturer make a mistake, you have big risk here. And it's something that is hard to fix quickly because Amazon blocks you for this kind of reasons. You cannot fix your manufacturing quickly because especially if you produce from China, maybe you have 5 months of lead times to when your product gets sold on Amazon from when you produce them. So this is a big issue that is very big. It happens rarely, but if it happens, it's hurting you very well. Late shipments, cancellations, these are some stuff more related to FBM compared to FBA, but still are some problems that you have. Policy violations, multiple account restricted products. This is something that is still hard to figure out and predict. So regarding, for example, restricted products, sometimes there are some keywords or words that trigger problems for this kind of issue and also for IP compliance to trademarks that are not really trademarks. So you cannot predict them because you are compliant, but Amazon has an AI system to trigger this stuff. And you can lose your best sellers products very quickly. And it's a big problem, especially if your full product line is related to a trademark, to a keyword at risk of trademark infringement. So this is why it's important. IP compliance also, I think, are one of the biggest issue if you are selling in competitive niches with unfair sellers. So Amazon blocks you quickly for IP compliance, even if you are in the good, even if you're not wrong, right? It's very typical of some sellers that get IP compliance even if they do nothing wrong. And you need some time, even if you work well with good lawyers, months or on average, as I say, 90 days sometime to fix these issues. But you can lose rank, you can lose sales very quickly, and you have cash flow that is killed instantly, right? So this is the reason why IP compliance are risky. Also, trademark infringements, like sometimes some main keywords are triggered as trademarks. Why? Because if your competitor flags his trademarks as trademarks, even if they are not trademarks, you need to probably remove them from your listing. You need to understand where to remove, how much to remove. So these are risk of suspensions. If you have big catalogs, you can trigger a lot of problems at the same time, and this can ruin your business very quickly. Authenticity claim is another issue. It depends in what kind of niche you're selling, right? And then there is problems with more technical stuff like related account sweeps. Something that can happen is less probable. I would say the main issues that you have here are ODR, or the defect rate, is a manufacturer problem, policy violations, right, and IP compliance. So these are issues that you need to prevent, right? And then there is a problem that no one talks about. So suspensions is bad, yes, everyone knows, but you realize this only when you have a size that is big enough, like when your critical size is maybe around 500,000 of sales per year or a bit less of that. If you stop your account right now, the cash flow stops, but you still have the investment done. Maybe you need to pay banks for the loans to buy the product, or maybe you have a 30-day or 60-day paying terms with your manufacturer, so you need to pay your supplier with money that you don't get as cash flow. And this is a really big problem, right? Especially if you have businesses based on payment delay, so on selling over the unbought, so on selling before buying, or better, selling before paying the supplier. So if your business is based on this thing, 90-day survival risk is a big issue. So the 90-day survival math is here. So for example, if your annual revenue is 500,000, right? This is your cost, like monthly revenue 41,000. But then you have the monthly cash, right? So you have a net profit, right? That is good. You have a net profit that is a percentage. You also get the net profit every time you sell, plus, for example, the cost of good, right? So the cash flow is not the profitability, is the profitability plus the cost of good that you get back. Because when you sell, you get back the cost of good too, at a break even, right? And this is the big issue with the cash flow. Because if, for example, you get 8,000 profitability, but then you get also 14,000 of cost of good, right? So basically you have a cash flow of 25,000. I'm making it very simple for you right now. You have a cash flow of 25,000. So the profitability is a lot lower, but every month you get 25,000 coming in. So if you remove the cost of good and the monthly cash, instead of 25, you get 0. It means that for 3 months of account issues or of your funds locked, you need to have 25% multiplied by 3 is 75,000. It's a big number, right? So here I'm doing a more precise number. For example, 90 days free is 54,000, right? It really depends. It also depends where you produce. But this is the point I want to make you. So cash flow is a hidden mechanism that you see only when there is big issues like this one. Most sellers have less than 30 days of operations cash. So this is the point. So it depends how much cash you keep in the bank account for the company, how much you allocate. But the point is that most of the sellers underestimate this cost. And most of sellers, if they buy on debt, there will be less profitability. So the solution is not to have more debt sometimes. The solution is how can you improve the cash flow, how can you improve the profitability. And this is where I'm going for this topic, because we do Amazon PPC management, and Amazon PPC is helping you to sell more, but it's helping you also to get faster the profitability and the cost of good in a healthier way, but is also helping you to get more profitability, less cost, so that you can have a faster cash flow, but also more profitable, right? So it's a healthy mechanism. So for example, if you have 40% HECOS, you have zero cushion, right? So you can survive in this way, right? You can do it. A lot of sellers do it. But if you have this problem with suspensions, you are stuck with high PPC costs, that hence you don't have in the bank account enough money, because all the profitability you could keep in the bank account, it was spent in advertisement, in bad advertisement. And this instead is if you had a lower cost for 12 months before the suspension, you would have more cash flow. You can get more growth with the same capital, or you can do debt to have more cash in the bank for emergency, right? So what I want to say to you is 12 months of good PPC management can help you survive longer 2 months of suspension. So if there is this risk of suspension, consider Amazon PPC to survive the 2 months more to pass the issue that you had with the unfair suspension. And this is the end of the video. So if you want to work with us regarding this issue, you want to prevent this issue happening to you, you want an expert Amazon PPC expert with 9 years of experience, you manage over 600 campaigns. On our website, we have multiple guides and case studies for you to study and learn. And if you want to work with us directly, if you want a free analysis for free, go into the description below on our YouTube description, and you can see exactly how to submit how to apply to a free analysis with us, so that we can give you a free plan for free on how to solve these issues with Amazon PPC to prevent suspension, or to make more profitability with ads, decrease the cost, and all those amazing stuff. So see you in the next video.